Yes, you should open an LLC in the United States. Any foreign person can open an entity in the United States. When you open the LLC, you will get a tax ID for the LLC being a US entity, even though owned by you as a foreign person. Open a local bank account or even virtual bank account with the LLC. And one of the best things to do is you put some money in the bank account and ask them to give you a CD for 6 months. So you say, I'm going to put this money for the limited liability company. It's called ABC LLC. And I want to give you this money, let's say, I don't know, $10,000, $20,000, and I want to open a certificate of deposit, a CD. So they give them the 10,000, they'll give you a CD. You're going to hold in your hand a CD that says you have $6,000 and is deposited by the LLC. You can literally, in that same branch, you can go to the commercial loan division and say, I just deposited 6,000. Can I borrow 6,000 secured by this? Because your LLC has no credit history. You're not even from this country yet. So what happens is you can borrow against the CD because it's 100% collateralized. So they'll block your CD and they'll give you cash, $6,000. They'll give you like a check, 6,000. You can go to another bank. You walk in, you say, I have an LLC. I'd like to open a bank account. And when I open the bank account, I'd like to put some money in it. Here is a cashier check. Now, I would like to open a CD for 6,000. They give you the CD, say, where is the commercial loan department? In that second bank, you go, you tell them, look, I got a CD deposited with you. Can you give me a loan for 6,000? They'll give you a cashier check for 6,000. They block your CD. You take that actual cashier check, go to the third bank. You keep doing this process for 6 banks. So let's say you put 10, 20,000 in each bank. You're going to have between 60 to 100, 120,000 in deposits. But at the end, you still got a cashier check for 6,000. So you have deposited 6, borrowed 6, deposited 6, borrowed 6. Why are you doing this? If they even ask you, like Wells Fargo, we had somebody do this and Wells Fargo asked, why are you doing this? You understand, on the CD, we're going to pay you just like, let's say 3% or 4%. But on the payment of the actual loan we're going to give you, it's going to be 6%. You're going to lose 2%. You understand what you're doing? Are you coherent enough? And you say, yes, because I'm trying to build credit under my LLC with you. They're going to say, we love it. Pay on time, and then we're going to have credit for you. 6 months later, you've been making payments on each one from the 6,000 you have. You go and pay off one bank. When you pay them off, they're going to release your CD. You take it, they release it. So you take the cash out through a cashier check, go to the second bank, you pay off the loan. They're going to actually release your CD. You release it, you get a cashier check, you go pay the third bank, and so on and so forth. You do this for 6 months. At the end, you'll have credit reported because they will report the credit, and you can actually even ask the banks because they reported it under the LLC's name. But you can ask the banks how they report to what's called Dun and Bradstreet. Dun, D-U-N, and Bradstreet, B-R-A-D-S-T-R-E-E-T. Dun and Bradstreet is like a credit bureau, like Experian and all this good stuff. And the bank will tell you, and you can Google it. You can Google right now, Dun and Bradstreet. When you open the LLC, it's going to tell you how to register with them so you can build credit under it. But the beauty is, after 6 months, you'll have 6 banks reporting that you borrowed and paid on time. You borrowed 100% collateralized loan. It's the same 6,000, deposited and borrowed, and it's legal. I'm not telling you something illegal. This is the way to build credit. I built credit for many foreign students like this. And it's a great way to grow. And what happens now at the end when you pay them off, you just call the banks there and say, okay, how much will you give me? And then the bank may say, oh, wow, you borrowed from us 10,000, 20,000, you paid it on time. We're going to give you an unsecured credit line of just 5. 5 on 6 banks, you just got $30,000. You want to do it with 10 banks? Now you got yourself 50,000. Now, Wells Fargo, for instance, will give you a credit line. I remember I set up a bank a long time ago and I did this thing, and they gave me a credit line for 15,000. 6 months later, I called, they increased it to 20. Today, the credit line is $70,000. It's many, many years later. Probably I should call and get it to 100, but I don't use it. It's just good to have it. Okay, so hopefully that works for you. And that's how you build some credit in the US. And the LLC will buy what you need to buy and will be a local entity doing business. And maybe someday you can ask an immigration attorney how your own LLC can sponsor you with an H-1B visa. And come to these beautiful United States as we go to Cancun and Cabo San Lucas to enjoy Mexico.